I know the Sony A7R just came. I know the Sony A7R5 just came out. This is good enough for all that I do, both filming and photography. Do you want to know how it is to film long videos? I have some experience with it, but not too much, because they take too long time. I have a 20-minute plus video from last year, a tent trip on the local mountain here, and that video took about 24 hours to make from I walked from my house and up to the mountain and back. This was midweek, and I had a work day the day after, so I had to be down from the hill by 7:30 in the morning. There is a lot to be said about making long videos on the mountain. I was by myself this time, and that means you have much more time to take out your gear and pack it down again and take it out again and fly the drone and put the camera on a tripod and plug in the mics and walk back and forth to get all of the sorts of shots you want. No one is waiting for you, no one is complaining, and it's all fun. But it is about that time when you have a family, wife, kids, house, things to take care of. There is not much time quite often to do that kind of trips by yourself, so you have to really utilize the time you have alone. And I did this time last summer. I was alone home because the rest of the family was on a vacation. You know, when you have kids, you have to stretch a vacation in the summer in the beginning and the end of the vacation, so the kids don't have to be alone too much during the summer, the 8-week semester holiday, summer holiday, school holiday thing. So that was the reason why I was alone, and I had the time to do this. Besides that, I was 1 year in my semi-professional video making photo firm thing, and my passion was not staggering, it was just increasing like it still is. So I had to do something for myself, and combining video making with tents, hiking, fishing, all that sort of stuff is a perfect combo for me. And what I did was that I had my 120 liter backpack, which I have shown in this video, in the link up here. And I packed down my gear, my tent, my sleeping bag, my sleeping pad, my cooking stove, everything I possibly could bring to the trip. And tripod, my Mavic drone, I only brought one system camera from Sony, the Sony A7RIII, and extra batteries and stuff. And I started walking directly from my house upside this hill outside here. That was kind of a lie. I drove the car up to about 100 meters and I walked from there. Still not that far from the house. So checking everything, tying my shoes to my feet, and started walking. And as you see in this video here, I walked from the parking lot. Can you focus? Yes, here I am, walking from the parking lot. One time, past the camera, turning the camera, another time, passing the camera, putting up the camera, walking back, walking by, turning the camera, walking by again, and that's how your trip becomes very long. And the weather was okay this day. It was in the middle of summer. It was overcast and quite a lot of fog, so the temperature was pretty much perfect for a walk like this. So after walking up from the woods, I came up to the fog. This is the last meters of woods before I came up to the fog. And it looks like this. And my intention with the trip was, among other things, to take some nice sunset photographs, sitting outside my tent, fishing, making a campfire and stuff like that. But when you walk up this like alone and there is only fog, no other people, it becomes pretty lonesome, you can say. I had a really great time, but when I didn't have the sunset to take photos of, and the fish didn't come to me at all, it became pretty lonely and also quite boring at times. Exactly. But I could practice setting up my Bergans Helium Dome 3 tent and filming this. I think I probably used about 2 hours to put up the tent in the perfect spot with all the camera angles and the moving around on the camera. So, with all respect to adventurers on TV, you have to be a bit patient. Okay, the tent was up. I put up my fishing rod and started fishing for the fish that wasn't there. But okay, I had to practice my fishing as well, so everything is fun the first time, but when you have done it enough and the results really doesn't come, it gets quite boring as well. So I probably must have been fishing for about an hour or so, and I also lost a couple of what do you call it? I say sluk in Norwegian. And oh, Siri. After this long time with no results in the fishing, I gave up that as well. But you know, here in Norway the sun doesn't really go down that much, or it goes down here on the western coast, but it doesn't get pitch black in the night, so this was quite late in the evening, I can say. I went to bed, or went to sleeping pad in the tent, and I woke up the next morning, and of course, like it always does when I'm on a tent trip, it's starting to rain. So it was raining, but the rain quit after some time. And do you know what happens when the rain quits after some time? The mosquitoes come out. So I was bitten all over my face and neck and hands. So I packed up my gear and went down to get a beautiful work day in my office. And if you want to know what kind of equipment I took with me, this Mavic 3 drone, excellent piece of equipment, but as I had said before, it is quite of a hassle to bring with you, and what's a shame is that the weather has to be perfect. It has to be no rain in the air, the wind has to be quite low, and everything has to stemme. So I don't use it that much. I use it to get the infill shots, but not many seconds comes from this drone in the air. Also, the most essential, the system camera, Sony A7RIII. I know the Sony A7R I know the Sony A7R5 just came out. This is good enough for all that I do, both filming and photography. And to get all the shots in an easy way and not laying the camera on the ground every time, tripod. Everything else was camping essentials. So making videos like this in a studio at home, very fun to put up the lights and the mic and get everything to look nice. But filming and photographing in nature, the best thing there is. But there is quite a lot of work to it. So I hope I can do more videos like this in the studio. But I also hope that I can make a new video in nature during the winter with snow. Maybe I can put up my tent also. So have a nice weekend, and you know, making videos like this takes quite a lot of time, and now recent weeks I have put out a video every week, and I feel the pressure. I don't know if I can handle the pressure, but I will try. I know that's the only thing working, but so you won't see many cuts when I'm making flaws in this video. That's to save some time, and it makes the video more real. So have a nice weekend!